Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, finally back with my chart haul video for April 2K24. This is gonna be a long one, I guess, an extended one, because I got like quite a stack of records to show, and well, I've been off for like a few weeks off this channel, kind of, because well, there were not like a lot of promos coming in, and I had things to do and stuff, and went to meetings and like looked at places and did a lot of stuff like non-related to YouTube, so I won't like bother you with that kind of stuff. But let's get straight into the stack of vinyl here. The first one comes with a beautiful silk screen art print thing on the front, which is on the Mojuba label, catalog number 033, Talking About by Bernard Beatty or Bernard Beatty. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that guy, who's been around from in the US for quite a while, and the Mojuba label, of course, is one of the labels which like stands for quality in house music and deep house and all that related stuff. A little bit of beatdown in here as well. This is a record here. Looks kind of hand stamped, and I bet it is. And I wonder where the guys like get these intricate stamps made, if it's like really stamped, and if not, how they managed to match the aesthetic of the stamp that perfectly. So Bernard Beatty, Talking About, Bounce, 2 tracks on the A side, this track and Open Up remastered on the B side. This is quality stuff if you love like the deeper non-vocal side of house music. So if you're playing like red clad small late night clubs, this might be the one to go for. I guess already sold out, limited edition as always with the Mojuba label. The next one is a kind of weird one, but I really like the cover and I like the overall aesthetics of this one. Computer Station Froggy Style EP, and this is exactly how this looks. This is the back. And yeah, frogs. Probably Frogger, the game, the old Amiga game. I'm not too sure, but well, the Studio Banhus label, which released this, seems to be at its best, like at least from my perspective, if they are like dealing with the most weird and experimental stuff. They're doing house music as well, which is good, but not necessarily my favorite stuff. But this is totally over the top. Might look like this as well as with the like high contrast print and stuff. And yeah, it's hard to describe what this actually is. I would say it's like a lo-fi version of tribe techno, as you have heard of tribe techno in the late 90s when the Technovision scene was still very underground in France, and a lot of people were like producing and like traveling the country with their sound systems and producing in their like trucks and vans and whatever, and releasing all that kind of stuff unmastered on vinyl, like very independently, to keep the dance culture and like to refinance the sound system and stuff, and with the mastering quality oftentimes being not that great, but also like very anarchic and like with a lot of like lo-fi sample stuff happening here. So this is basically what is going on there. Maybe a little slower than the tribe techno stuff of yore, but also featuring what seems to be a lot of 8-bit sampling, wonky techno, like samples from computer games, I think, and all that kind of weird stuff. Proper up-tempo for now, and way off what is the Studio Banhus label is doing right now, as usual with the usual releases, but very interesting, limited to I guess 300 copies, and this is very weird and takes me back to the late 90s, to a lot of stuff that was only available like as a direct import from a French distributor, the record store I work at dealt with back then. So I bought a lot of that kind of wonky tribe lo-fi stuff, which a lot of people back then in Germany told me, well, you cannot play this here at all. But now it's fun to see that like 25 years later, like a big, like well reputable label is picking up on that kind of sound in a new context. So interesting stuff. Froggy Style on the Froggy Style EP on Studio Banhus. The next one is from a label you've seen probably a lot. This is Melody Rock Cutters Volume 1 on the Warehouse Music label. Yeah, Melody, well-known producer these days, both in the house scene as well as in the bass music scene. What this is like, well, quality as always. Four tracks on here. Like 3 of them are like vocal-driven speed garage, and one, the B1 track Cutters, as you can see here on the label, is more into like rough, raw, kind of overdriven, dark garage, broken beat, weirdness. So probably not really sub-low, but more in the like distorted dark garage realm. Good stuff. I'm a bass music head anyway, and I like a lot of stuff on the Warehouse Music label. So I buy not everything, but I try to buy a lot, and I like a lot of that stuff. And yeah, discovered this in the distribution warehouse and had a listen and stuff. And well, like was a no-brainer to add this to the collection. The next one is on a label you've seen also in an extended video, because my mate Brent from Aquas Guy, who runs the Vinyl Fanatics label and a lot of other stuff, has sent me like quite a bunch of their releases in the past. So I did a like huge unboxing like a while ago. So this is from the same camp. This is Sound Synthesis Electrical Synapses on the Amintech label, which is a collaboration between the Amen Brother label, which is also run by the Vinyl Fanatics camp, and Emotech, which is run by Demo B, I guess. Cover looks like this, and what this is, on the A side we got 2 original tracks by Sound Synthesis, which are, well, in the realm of like brain dance, IDM, playful electro, that kind of stuff. And on the B side we got 2 remixes, which you can see on the label as well, which are more in the realm of like happy hardcore, jungle, that kind of stuff. Remixes are done by Tone Deaf as well as by Critch and Powders. So yeah, Sound Synthesis have been also on Orbital Mechanics, I guess, delivered some like great acid tracks as well. But on here they are more in the like electro, IDM, intelligent dance music, electronica meets jungle realm with this release on the Amintech label. The next one is playful and experimental as well, on the Sozialistischer Plattenbau label from Hamburg by Felix Karl Reitel, which is also known as Istari Lastafara to many. And this is an interesting take on experimental music, I guess. Dance with Uncertainty by Felix Karl Reitel. And as you can see on the cover, if you take a closer look, this is a take on what are called Buchla bongos, I guess, and yeah, experimental rhythm and hold music, sample and hold music, modular stuff, and which comes down to well, interesting IDM electronica. If you see this in a broader realm, so and come or get away from the like intellectual approach of this one. So these are studies in rhythms actually, and yeah, which are well appealing to those who like the stuff on like the Reflex label maybe, and well, playful releases on Warp and that kind of stuff. Yeah, Felix Karl Reitel, Dance with Uncertainty. Definitely more avant-garde listening, not really playable in a club, I guess, but interesting stuff. I love the cover as well and the print, and yeah, it like spoke to me as soon as I heard it, so I had to get and grab me a copy. So good stuff, I guess. Also released, also limited, I guess, so on the Sozialistischer Plattenbau label from Hamburg, actually. The next one is a release I already own. I own like an old pressing of this, but well, Nitro Deluxe, This Brutal House on Toolbox, or not on Toolbox, on the Tool Room label, which is a UK label for more like commercialized house music, commercial tech house, and not really stuff I listen to usually. But they took on this like early 90s, late 80s classic. If you listen to this, you always get this. And there's a remix on there by Mark Knight, which is more on the like Latin house spectrum kind of. But I bought this for a special reason, because this is shape vinyl and I never have owned one. I saw them in the past, and this is the first one I've seen in ages. So this is a die cut sawtooth vinyl release, and well, I love the track This Brutal House anyway, so and I always wanted to own like a die cut sawtooth vinyl thing, so I had to get this, and I think it's gorgeous. It's like heavily impractical when DJing, and when played on 45 it definitely like cuts your fingers, because it is a saw blade, and it's not sharp, but when the turntable moves fast it can hurt you, and it's impractical. But well, this was expensive kind of, but I had to get one because I didn't own like a die cut vinyl saw blade vinyl thing in the past, and a Nitro Deluxe. This Brutal House is a classic anyway, and the remix isn't bad and stuff, so yeah, this was like a no-brainer for me, because I saw this and I was like, okay, I gotta get this anyway. So on the True Room label, probably sold out by now, Nitro Deluxe, This Brutal House, Sawtooth Vinyl Edition, great stuff, and a classic. And another classic, or like a bunch of classics, have been released on the Sacred Bones label, which put out this little gem, X-Mal Deutschland, classic early singles from 1981 to 1982. X-Mal Deutschland, well, they are like the big names in German early goth post-punk music, and these are like lost tracks from compilations or from early singles as well. Well, there are no words necessary to describe X-Mal Deutschland. I knew Peter Bellendier, actually the drummer who passed away. I have met Fiona, and I have met Manuela Rickers, and of course Anja Hoover I know as well. Haven't seen her in a while, but yeah, and also Anja has also an album out on Sacred Bones, her first solo album by the way, which has been produced by Mon Amour. And yeah, this is the vinyl. If you like goth, if you like post-punk, this one is essential, definitely. Incubus, Succubus was their like main hit, early main hit, so this is on there as well. Schwarze Welt, Die Wolken, Großstadt Indianer is maybe a little bit kitschy for me, but Align Live is also like a major good track to have, so if you come across this and you like goth and post-punk and stuff, this is one to get. Tom Highland District, I'm thinking of you here. There's also a inlet with lyrics, of course, and interestingly, the entire artwork and cover design has been crafted by Andy of No More. So one more connection to this one. Yeah, X-Mal Deutschland, early singles. Get this if you are like into post-punk and goth and whatever. And the last one is a big one, because it's a classic and it's a box kind of. So we got Cubase, Hardcore Will Never Die, on Suburban Bass, which is like a classic old school breakbeat label, and Hardcore Will Never Die is one of the big breakbeat tracks. And yeah, this is the Suburban Bass 100 box set, kind of triple vinyl, a lot of stuff, a lot of remixes on there for this classic, which you will probably recognize by the main sample, which is like You're Inside the Biggest Rave on Earth, which is like one of the main the most recognizable samples in breakbeat history. We got remixes on there from everyone: Shades of Rhythm, Pete Cannon, Aston, which is like part of the Freestylers, Busy Bee, like a early drum and bass, choppage, breakbeat, hardcore producer, Leroy Thornhill, which is of the Prodigy, DJ Hype, the old like drum and bass DJ, Billy Daniel Bunter, which is like a happy hardcore, more like hardcore leaning DJ, Adamski, of course, an unreleased version as well. And yeah, we got a triple vinyl set, which I'm going to show you in detail. So I love the old style, the old approach of having this kind of graffiti leaning artwork. Here is to see the last, or the record 3 of 3. Come in different colors with a label print. And yeah, we got everything on there from like old school breakbeat, one remix is surprisingly tech housey kind of. We got big beat leaning stuff, various versions of jungle and breakbeat and happy stuff and rave, and yeah, this is like an essential piece of history for me. So as you know, I'm still trying to like collect every track that is like, or has been like meaningful to me in the 90s, and I had on tapes and stuff. So this was a major must-have, and as a surprise, which I didn't know that it was like that, the first one comes as a picture disc, which is also a nice bonus, I guess. Suburban Bass Foundation, Suburban Bass Records, and on the flip side, we got some little comic strip as well. Excellent stuff. I really love this. So yeah. Big set, 12 tracks, 12 versions of like a UK hardcore, rave, breakbeat classic. And if you have like been like growing up on that kind of music, even as a young teenager, because I discovered stuff early, this one is one essential box thing, and it's not that expensive in comparison to other like triple vinyl sets. So if you find one, and if you're into breakbeat and rave and stuff, get you a copy, or get yourself a copy. And this is it, like an extended like vinyl haul, chart haul thing for like April 2K24. I hope you enjoyed. A video that will link, that I'm gonna put here or down there, will get you to the unboxing for the whole Vinyl Fanatics Amen Tech package I received from Brand Aqua's guy like 2 years ago, I think, or like 1.5 years ago. One other thing will lead you to my BANDCAMP, of course, if you want to support the channel, and all other things like radio shows and dates and stuff are to be found in the description box. So Bass Junkiii out for now. See you in the next one.